We often overlook the impact our relationships have on our overall well-being, taking them for granted as mere extensions of our daily lives. But what if I told you that the quality of the connections you maintain could be the key to unlocking a truly happy and fulfilling life? Today, we delve into the teachings of Stoicism, a philosophy not just about enduring hardship, but about cultivating the wisdom to choose relationships that nurture our inner peace and personal growth. Stoicism teaches us that true peace comes not just from overcoming adversity, but from living in harmony with ourselves and those around us. It emphasizes the importance of surrounding ourselves with individuals who respect and elevate us, those who contribute positively to our lives. It's not simply about avoiding negative influences. It's about actively making choices that align with our virtues: justice, wisdom, courage, and moderation. In this discussion, we'll explore 12 clear signs that it might be time to reassess some relationships in your life. It's not just about recognizing the presence of negativity. It's about making conscious, wise decisions to protect your peace and stay true to your values. Whether you're seeking healthier relationships or the courage to make difficult choices, this conversation will equip you with the tools to transform how you approach your personal connections. Let's embark on this journey together, learning how to let go of toxic ties gracefully and protect our most precious asset, our inner tranquility. If you find value in this exploration, a simple gesture of support would be to hit the subscribe button, and please stay with us for the full discussion. Each step forward will bring you closer to a life lived with purpose, integrity, and peace. Respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship. It's the bedrock that allows trust, kindness, and mutual understanding to thrive. In Stoic philosophy, respect aligns with the principle of justice, treating others with fairness and dignity. When this basic respect is absent, it signals a violation not only of ethical norms, but of the Stoic virtues that guide us toward a good life. Imagine being constantly treated without the courtesy you so freely extend to others. It's more than just a discomfort. It's an erosion of your dignity, piece by piece. This persistent disrespect doesn't just harm your well-being. It undermines your ability to live virtuously. Stoicism teaches us to respond with reason, detachment, and emotional clarity, recognizing disrespect for what it truly is: a deviation from virtuous living. Instead of reacting with anger or resentment, we can calmly assess the situation, deciding whether a relationship that consistently undermines our dignity deserves to continue in our lives. Choosing to step away from such a relationship isn't a defeat. It's a deliberate assertion of your worth, a commitment to living justly, and a refusal to accept less than you deserve. In the context of Stoicism, it's a proactive step toward protecting your peace and maintaining your moral integrity. Our mental well-being is profoundly influenced by those we choose to surround ourselves with. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate tranquility, a state of inner calm and emotional resilience. But if you find yourself consistently anxious, depressed, or stressed because of someone in your life, it's a clear sign that this relationship may be draining you rather than uplifting you. Stoicism doesn't encourage us to endure toxic situations for the sake of it. Instead, it teaches us to protect our peace by fostering environments that contribute positively to our well-being. If a relationship is consistently sapping your emotional energy, it becomes an obstacle to living a serene and purposeful life. The Stoics urge us to be mindful of how others influence our inner peace, and to distance ourselves from those who bring negativity into our lives. This isn't about avoiding discomfort. It's about taking intentional steps to create an environment that aligns with Stoic virtues. By setting boundaries or distancing ourselves from those who disrupt our mental peace, we're choosing a path that leads to rationality, emotional resilience, and, ultimately, harmony. Our core values act as the compass guiding us through life's challenges, helping us make decisions that reflect who we are at the deepest level. When someone close to us consistently acts in a way that contradicts our values, it creates internal conflict and discomfort. Stoicism places great importance on personal integrity and living a virtuous life. If your values clash with someone's actions, Whether it's honesty, respect, or kindness, it can be a source of constant tension. For instance, if honesty is a cornerstone of your character, but someone close to you frequently bends the truth, it creates a rift that erodes trust and mutual respect. The Stoics advise surrounding ourselves with people who reflect the virtues we strive to embody. If our values don't align with those of the people around us, it becomes difficult to progress on our journey toward wisdom, peace, and virtue. Recognizing this misalignment isn't about condemning others. It's about acknowledging that not all relationships are conducive to our moral and personal growth. When values misalign, Stoicism encourages thoughtful reflection and open dialogue. If reconciliation or compromise is impossible, it may be time to reassess the role that relationship plays in your life. In this process, we safeguard our ethical principles and ensure our relationships support our highest aspirations. In healthy relationships, the exchange of energy should leave both parties feeling revitalized, not depleted. If you consistently feel emotionally or physically drained after interacting with someone, this is a sign that the dynamics of the relationship are not serving your well-being. Stoicism teaches us to manage our internal energy wisely, using it to foster growth and tranquility. Relationships that continuously drain us are at odds with this principle. Feeling emotionally exhausted, dreading interactions, or physically fatigued is not just an inconvenience. It's a sign that the relationship is costing you more than it's providing. The Stoics emphasize the importance of being in nurturing, reciprocal relationships that support your journey toward virtue. When a relationship consistently depletes your energy, it's a signal to evaluate why this happens and whether it's worth maintaining. This process involves introspection and, if necessary, distance from the source of depletion. By making such decisions, we align ourselves with Stoic values, choosing relationships that contribute to our growth, peace, and well-being. In each of these areas, the wisdom of Stoicism offers a clear path forward, one where we cultivate relationships that align with our highest values, protect our mental peace, and encourage our personal development. It's not about avoiding difficulty, but about choosing the relationships that best support our pursuit of a good, virtuous life. Managing negative and unhealthy relationships for personal growth. One of the hardest things we face in life is dealing with relationships that drain us emotionally or mentally. Whether it's due to a lack of mutual support, constant negativity, or unrealistic demands from others, identifying the root cause is key to addressing the issue. Once you recognize the source of the problem, you can choose a path forward, whether it's through honest communication, setting stronger boundaries, or, in more severe cases, distancing yourself to protect your peace and well-being. Dealing with draining relationships isn't merely about removing negativity from your life. It's about making space for healthier, more supportive connections that truly nurture your growth. According to Stoic philosophy, each relationship should enhance your life, not detract from it. Relationships are meant to be spaces where you can thrive, not places that drain your energy or create unnecessary stress. When your relationships align with Stoic ideals, rooted in mutual respect, honesty, and personal growth, you create a circle that enriches your life, helping you to become a better person and contribute positively to the lives of others. In Stoicism, living authentically and clearly is paramount. Stoics strive to see the world as it truly is, free from external distortions. Manipulation stands in stark contrast to this principle. It's a form of control that reshapes reality to benefit the manipulator, often at the expense of the one being manipulated. This distortion clouds your judgment, leading you away from living a reasoned and virtuous life. Manipulation can be subtle and hard to detect. It could be as blatant as deceit, or as covert as gaslighting, where your perceptions or memories are questioned, leaving you confused or doubting yourself. Stoicism teaches the importance of adhering to truth and integrity. Manipulation directly disrupts this, imposing someone else's will on you and making it harder to make rational decisions based on your true perceptions. Confronting manipulation requires a commitment to Stoic principles. It involves seeing through the distortions, and remaining steadfast in your pursuit of truth. This could mean setting boundaries with a manipulator or becoming more vigilant in recognizing signs of manipulative behavior. Reflecting on the relationship's dynamics can help you understand whether it's worth saving or if it's time to distance yourself for the sake of your integrity and peace of mind. Ultimately, freeing yourself from manipulative relationships helps you realign with the Stoic ideal of living a truthful and authentic life, ensuring clearer thinking and deeper peace. At the heart of every meaningful relationship lies trust. In Stoicism, trust is intricately tied to the virtue of justice, which values fairness, honesty, and reliability. Trust provides the foundation for all healthy connections. Without it, relationships become unstable, filled with doubts and insecurities that hinder genuine intimacy. When trust is broken, it's often because these Stoic virtues haven't been upheld. The absence of trust leads to feelings of suspicion, fear, and defensiveness. In a relationship where trust is compromised, you're constantly guarding yourself, anticipating betrayal. Stoicism teaches us to be dependable and transparent, not just because these are virtuous qualities, but because they create an environment in which trust can flourish. If trust is broken, you must confront the situation with self-reflection and open communication. Ask yourself, am I contributing to the lack of trust in any way? Stoicism advocates for addressing these questions directly and returning to integrity and straightforwardness to rebuild trust. In cases where the other party is at fault, a Stoic response might involve empathy and understanding, but with the firmness to set necessary boundaries. In some instances, however, restoring trust might not be possible, and you may need to distance yourself from the relationship for your peace of mind. Trust isn't just a foundation for relationships, it's also crucial for Stoic peace. Without trust, relationships cannot provide the tranquility that Stoicism values, and you must reevaluate those dynamics to align with your moral and philosophical commitments. In Stoic philosophy, abuse, in any form, is unequivocally condemned. Whether physical, emotional, or verbal, abuse contradicts the core principle of treating all human beings with inherent dignity and respect. Stoicism teaches that maintaining one's self-respect and well-being is of utmost importance, and no external hardship or injustice, including abuse, should compromise that. When facing any form of abuse, Stoicism doesn't encourage enduring it silently, but advocates for removing yourself from harmful situations. The Stoic practice of maintaining an inner citadel means keeping your integrity and mental peace intact, regardless of external misfortunes. If you are in an abusive relationship, distancing yourself from the source of harm is not about revenge, but about protecting your mental and emotional health. Stoicism teaches the importance of acting wisely and courageously, making decisions that safeguard your dignity and well-being. This might mean seeking help from trusted friends, family, or professionals who can guide you in taking the necessary steps to protect yourself and ensure your safety. For Stoics, personal and moral growth are central to living a good and meaningful life. Relationships are not just about companionship. They should serve as a platform for mutual support, challenging each other to become better versions of ourselves. When a relationship lacks growth or support, it goes against these Stoic ideals, leading to stagnation. A relationship where both people support and challenge each other allows both parties to grow, offering constructive feedback, shared experiences, and encouragement to live by their principles. Without this mutual support, you can feel stuck, your potential stifled, and your personal development halted. Stoicism teaches that growth is vital, and when a relationship no longer serves this purpose, it's essential to reflect on the causes of this stagnation. Addressing this might involve an open conversation to redefine the relationship's goals, or, in some cases, realizing that the relationship may no longer be conducive to your growth. Stoicism encourages us to take action, even if it means distancing ourselves from relationships that no longer serve our higher purpose. Every relationship is an opportunity to practice virtue and move closer to wisdom and happiness, so when one fails to contribute to that, it's essential to reassess its place in your life. In life, we encounter various kinds of relationships, some that nurture and others that drain us. The Stoic approach to these challenges emphasizes truth, integrity, and self-respect. By addressing negative dynamics, setting boundaries, and seeking relationships that foster mutual growth and support, we create a life in alignment with our values and principles. Sometimes a relationship isn't just neutral, it can actively hold you back. Recognizing this isn't just about personal satisfaction. It's about aligning your connections with your values and striving for a life of true growth and purpose. In the philosophy of Stoicism, relationships are not just about companionship. They are the proving grounds for virtues like generosity, fairness, and reciprocity. A relationship should be a balanced exchange of support and care. When selfishness becomes a pattern, when one person constantly prioritizes their needs over the other, it contradicts the very essence of Stoic ethics. A healthy relationship requires balance. When one person takes without giving, resentment festers. Over time, trust and affection erode, making the bond unsustainable. Stoicism teaches us that true virtue lies in self-control and considering others' well-being as equal to our own. If a relationship is marked by persistent selfishness, it becomes an obstacle to both moral and personal growth. Addressing this requires honest reflection and clear communication. Instead of blaming, a Stoic approach focuses on calmly explaining the impact of selfish behavior and working toward a solution. But self-respect is also key. If change is impossible, Stoicism encourages walking away rather than clinging to something that no longer serves your well-being or aligns with your principles. Communication is at the heart of any relationship, and in Stoicism, words are a reflection of virtue. They can uplift and heal, or tear down and wound. When negativity, sarcasm, or belittling become the norm, the foundation of respect begins to crumble. Over time, destructive communication doesn't just cause temporary pain, it permanently alters how people see each other. Stoicism urges us to choose our words with wisdom. Speak not to win an argument, but to seek understanding. Disputes should be resolved with the intent to rebuild, not to overpower. This takes deliberate effort, setting goals for better communication, practicing active listening, and even seeking outside help if necessary. If toxic communication persists despite efforts to improve it, Stoicism also teaches the importance of protecting one's peace. Sometimes, walking away from a harmful relationship is the only way to preserve your integrity and well-being. Stoicism emphasizes self-respect and clear boundaries. A relationship where your needs are constantly dismissed signals a fundamental lack of respect. When one person repeatedly ignores what matters to the other, whether by overstepping boundaries, making unilateral decisions, or invalidating feelings, the result is imbalance and dissatisfaction. Recognizing and asserting your own needs isn't selfish, it's self-care. Communicating these boundaries calmly but firmly is key. If your concerns are met with resistance or indifference, it may be time to reconsider the relationship. Stoicism teaches us to seek relationships that uplift us rather than drain us. Surround yourself with people who contribute to your growth, not those who diminish it. Mutual accountability is the foundation of any strong relationship. In Stoicism, taking responsibility for one's actions is a fundamental virtue. When accountability is absent, trust erodes, misunderstandings multiply, and the relationship becomes fragile. A Stoic approach to this issue involves open, honest communication. Expectations must be clear, and both parties should commit to a standard of accountability. This may require setting agreed-upon behaviors, having regular check-ins, and ensuring both feel heard and respected. But if one person consistently refuses to take responsibility, it creates a one-sided dynamic that goes against the Stoic principle of fairness. Relationships should foster growth and virtue. If a relationship consistently fails to do so, Stoicism reminds us that it may not be worth preserving. Stoicism is not about enduring toxic relationships for the sake of loyalty. It's about seeking virtue, wisdom, and inner peace. Every interaction is an opportunity to practice these values. If a relationship actively hinders your growth, stepping away isn't abandonment, it's wisdom. A life aligned with Stoic principles is one built on respect, accountability, and mutual support. If a relationship doesn't reflect these values, the bravest choice may be to let it go.